Welcome
Hello.
back. This week we've got a bit of an eclectic video. It's all over the place. Let me just fix that mic.
Yeah, Stef was saying to me earlier in the car, he was like, it's like it doesn't really know what it wants to be.
Yeah.
It wants to be a bit of everything, but it can't commit.
Yeah, well the good thing about that is you never really know where the next scene is going to go, because you're like, it's just all over the place. But I hope you like it anyway. Just want to say a quick thank you before we start to our sponsor this week, who are responsible for all this video being made, the wonderful Green Chef. They do home delivery boxes, leaning into that kind of healthy lifestyle. So they've got like keto, balanced, vegetarian, vegan. Yeah, they've got a discount code for you guys. If you use that, you get 30% off your first box and then 15% off 3 boxes after that. So
It's genuinely really good as well.
yeah,
I
it's
really
tasty,
like it.
tasty AF. Anyway, yeah, so thanks to those guys. Enjoy the show. Let's do this. Roll the BT. I miss doing that.
It's called Run from the Sea.
And how do you play it?
When the sea comes near to you, you run.
She stood spilling herself out and in like the waves at her feet. She chose not to slur the rough edges of life into shapes of something she could file away for another time.
Should we play that game?
Yeah.
Come cuddle first.
Yeah.
You having a good day? Hi, squeeze! I love you. Let's go. Let's go do some running away from the sea game.
Sand is on you.
Ah, worry first. You've ruined my day.
And quietly wondered to herself that if all this that meant so much to her was just dust to the universe. She smiled a cynical smile at the absurdity of it all, the smile entangled with a shard of fear, because she knew existing is simple and mundane, and living is terrifying and wonderful. She decided that day to never bow to the relentless march of life's expectations. She decided to remain submerged in a thundering earth and endless sky, and to leave the rest to the invisible wind.
Good morning. The boys are back at school today after half term. It was Halloween last night. We did trick-or-treating this year, which I always love around where we live because it's so, like, everyone really gets into the spirit of it, don't they?
They make an effort.
And I say that, but I was the mum this year that was just like, we had no costumes. I think we did pretty well in the end.
You were right, you cobbled it together
I just got my makeup bag out and I was like, right.
Oh my goodness me, look at this. Oh my God, you look terrifying. Hannah, I think you've made them too scary. I think you need to take off some of the makeup. They're too scary.
No.
Are you sure you want to be that scary? Has Mummy done a swastika in your head?
What?
Hey Mum, you better start getting ready. Our next door neighbours here have a giant spider that they drop over their balcony onto the unsuspecting kids. Sally, could I see a demo of the spider? Check this out, watch this. That comes dropping down onto the kids. So you're called, what were you called? What's your scary name?
You can call me anything that's scary.
Can I call you Princess Darling Girl?
No! That's
You said
not
anything.
even scary.
Yeah, I do think it's weird when, like, basically adults trick or treat when they don't have kids.
Our friend Sarah said that there was people going around asking for sweets who were just fully grown adults who weren't even in costume. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I made a cherry bakewell today. Check this out. I've had a bit of a slice out of it, but look at this. A Mary Berry cherry bakewell. My Achilles heel, if you will. Oh, I think we've got trick-or-treaters. Are they trick-or-treaters? Some of them are literally just scumbags who just want free food. If they're not below 7, don't give them any. 1 packet each, Gray, we're rationing.
I just feel sorry for all those teachers today because I know that Grayson couldn't sleep for a little bit last night because he had sweets in the evening, which we don't normally do. So school's gonna be interesting today for the teachers, I think. But yes, I am about to take the doggies for their walk because it's finally stopped raining, and actually, I've just noticed up there, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, there's a little rainbow. Where is it? Oh, you can see it on camera. That's quite a nice little sign for me to look up and see that though, because I didn't know whether to talk about this on YouTube or anywhere really, because I don't know, it just feels a little bit self-indulgent, but I have been having a bit of a rubbish time like with mental health over the last couple of weeks. I can't really put my finger on why, which is one of the most frustrating things. I don't know if it's just like general like maybe shock from like the last couple of years, I don't know, but I've just not been feeling very good, which is why I've not really been online very much. So I'm gonna try and take this week nice and slowly. I'm gonna take the dogs for a walk, might go for a little run, make myself go for a run. It's nice to see a rainbow. My little basic bitch head. It's that time of day, it's dinner time, and tonight Rufus and I are going to be cooking a recipe from our Green Chef box. And we have 3 recipe options. We have a balanced, a vegan, or a keto. They also have a couple of other dietary options as well. So Rufus has chosen the balanced meal tonight, which is something we will all eat, so that's good. You ready to cook with Mama?
Yeah!
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Squeeze, use your muscles.
Mummy, 10 plus 5 equals 15.
No, clever boy.
What's 8 take away 3?
8 take away 3. 5.
There's lots of different types of parents out there, but there's one type of parent that I find I really can't stand. I'll be honest, I can't stand them. And they're the people who think that their children are just little geniuses. I'm going to be that parent now. I'm going to be the parent I hate, but Rufus is a genius, man. He's doing maths and he's doing like adding, subtraction, 3 times table he's got down, 5 times table. He's working on his 9 times table now. He's only 4. And he's reading like Mr. Men books. I don't know where he gets it from. Hannah and I are dummies. Well, Hannah would argue, I'm not a dummy, I went to university. Yeah, but you did a media degree, it doesn't count. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I just wanted to say that. My kid's a genius, I'm one of those parents now. On with the show.
The thing I really like about the Green Chef is that you can make really lovely restaurant style food, but it's really easy to make and you don't have to think about it. It looks so good. Highly recommend Green Chef. They've given us a discount code for all of you guys too, in case you want to go check it out.
All right, Gramps.
Taking the doggies for a walk, and I really wanted to go for a run. I've got all my run stuff on, and it's absolutely peeing down with rain. So I don't know whether to just go in the rain and try and embrace it. Maybe I will, maybe I'll do it.
Imagine being so rich that you could buy anything you ever wanted. Imagine living in your dream house, dating whoever you liked. Imagine clicking your fingers and suddenly you're being serenaded by your favourite singer. Imagine drinking cocktails with your bestie on the rings of Saturn. Imagine if you could bend the laws of physics and time like a god. By the time my kids are my age, this will all be a reality for hundreds of millions of people.
It was more than 100 years ago that Lewis Carroll wrote about Alice's trip through the looking glass. Now that fiction has become a reality. Or you might say a virtual reality, because that's the name of a new computer technology that many believe will revolutionize the way we live.
The goal of virtual reality is simple. It's total submersion, complete detachment, from reality.
Virtual reality lets you travel to places you've never been, see things you've never seen, and do things you've never done without ever leaving the room.
Oh my God.
And the funny thing is, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing the first seed of this at the very start when it all started to happen. And it was in 1992. And I walked into the lobby of the Spectrum Leisure Centre in Guildford, not where you'd imagine you'd see the seed of this new world. But yeah, that's where I was. And I noticed this man waving around his hands with this massive, ugly looking helmet on and all these people standing around him. And I asked one of the spectators, I said, what's that guy doing? The bloke turned around and he said, that, my son, that's VR, that's virtual reality. And I'd never heard of it before, but I was completely spellbound. So I asked the guy if I could have a go. And the man put this big helmet on me, and suddenly I was transported into this super low resolution computer game. I remember looking around and seeing this pterodactyl flying around and trying to get me, and I had this weird looking gun that fired pixels out. It was bloody awful looking back in hindsight, but despite that, it completely blew my tiny mind. I found it so compelling that suddenly I was no longer in the lobby of the Guildford Spectrum Leisure Centre. I was suddenly, within an instant, in this digital interpretation of reality. My brain totally tricked by this gyroscopic and sensory information it was being fed.
We can be anywhere, anytime, any place.
From the moment I tried VR at age 12, I knew immediately that there was no version of the future that I could possibly imagine that didn't include mass use of VR. So why am I talking about all this stuff? It's because a few days ago I saw that Mark Zuckerberg had announced that Facebook are creating this umbrella company called Meta. He wants to really push into the metaverse and create his own metaverse.
The next platform and medium will be even more immersive, an embodied internet where you're in the experience, not just looking at it. And we call this the metaverse.
A metaverse is like a digital universe, I suppose. It was first coined, I think, in the book Ready Player One. Very, very good book. Later ruined by an awful Spielberg film. But the book is amazing. Highly recommend it. Great 80s cultural references in there. But anyway, him really pushing into this VR space really excites me because I think we're on the same page with this. He thinks it's the future and I so believe it's the future.
Instead of looking at a screen, you're going to be in these experiences.
Creating your own metaverse is not going to be cheap. Luckily, Facebook have a couple of quid, so they're well placed to create this thing. There are a few metaverses out there at the moment, but there's not really one global standard one that everyone just knows about. So I think he wants to create the global standard metaverse. So old Zucky Boy has given us a video of his interpretation of the metaverse he's creating. So let's take a look.
Boy. Oh, hey, Mark. Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Mark. What's up, Mark?
Whoa, we're floating in space?
Uh-huh.
Who made this place? It's awesome.
His acting.
Right? It's from a crater I met in LA.
It's from a crater I met in LA. It's from a crater I met them in LA. Ugh.
This place is amazing.
Boz, is that you?
Of course it's me. You know I had to be the robot, man.
I thought I was supposed to be the robot.
Well, I was supposed to be the robot.
Hey, should we deal you in?
Sorry, I'm running late, but you've got to see what we're checking out. There's an artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces for people to find.
There's an artist going around. If I call my friend and they say, "Oh my God, there's an artist going around Soho hiding AR pieces," I'd hang up the phone.
3D street art? That's cool.
3D street art? Wow.
Send that link over so we can all look at it. This is stunning.
Okay, that is something.
That's awesome.
Wow. I love the movement.
Is everything just amazing? Are these people vloggers or something?
This is amazing.
Hold on, I'll tip the artist and they'll extend it.
Wow.
I love how they're just losing their ability to sound excited. Wow.
Wow. Koi fish that fly? That's new.
This is wild.
The limitations of physics no, don't exist in the metaverse. There are no limitations in physics, and they've made fish fly. Oh, look at this koi cap up here. It's flying. Mind-blowing.
Hey, one sec, Boz. It's Priscilla.
This is not doing the metaverse any justice, Zucky babes. What is this shit?
Hey, you have to see this. Beast is going crazy.
You have to see this beast is going crazy. And it's just a dog running on a fucking bit of grass.
We've got to show that to the kids.
You gotta show that to the kids.
Can you also send that to my dad?
Could you send it to my dad too? Send it to everyone on my contact list.
I'll message him.
All right, see you at home.
That was the worst interpretation. The very worst interpretation of what the metaverse could potentially be, I reckon. That just made it look awful. Zucky babes, if you're watching, I'm disappointed in that effort. Get me involved. Come on, pull me in. I'll make it cool. I promise. I'm a cool guy. I can turn it around, and we got time. Come on, Zucky babes, give me a shout. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it.
I've just got back from the run that I didn't want to go on. That was probably the best decision I've ever made, because I cannot tell you how much that has shifted my mindset and cleared out my crazy little head. I feel so different than how I felt before.
Some would say that we're already in a metaverse, that if you extrapolate technological evolution, then it makes sense that right now you're watching somebody talking about a metaverse while you're inside your own metaverse. I've worked it out. You can let me out now. Anyway, as excited as I am, I do see a couple of cons. Why would Jennifer settle for Tom, who chews too loudly and leaves beard hairs in the sink, when she could date a virtual David Gandy, who instead of taking her on a date to Wetherspoons for a beer and a burger, takes her to Moulin Rouge in 1899 before making love to her amongst the twinkling stars for 7 long minutes. Sod it, it's VR, anything's possible, 9 long minutes. Why would I be with Hannah when I could be with a long-haired version of myself with fish tights and bazookas for arms? Don't kink shame me. Anyway, I could talk about this shit for days, but I'd love to know what you think. Are you going to be embracing Mark Zucky Baby's metaverse, or are you going to be part of the resistance? Do you think it's a good thing for humanity, or do you think it'll be devastating? Let me know what you think in the comments below. On with the show.
Pip is being a very naughty girl and has gone on the other side of the fence. You could probably see her all the way down there. I think she's gonna have to stay on her lead from now on, because she always tries to squish through these bars. Come on, naughty girl. Oh my God, look at the state of you. Come on. Come on. Pips, come on.
A few weeks ago we went to a festival and we have all this footage, but what the footage doesn't show you is, I suppose, how hard it was with the 2 kids. But there were some really nice parts of it, but I was like, how do I tell that story?
I think the thing is, when you go anywhere with younger kids, like if you're going on holiday or if you're going to a festival, wherever you're going, like you want it to just be good, don't you? You want it to just be fun and you want everyone to enjoy it. But you sort of forget that there are also really hard parts to it, because you're not in your normal environment, and there's like sometimes testing situations and tantrums and stuff, and you really have to kind of try and pick out the good moments and like shine a light on them when they're happening. Yeah, you're right. So I kind of wrote something about that. So this is our trip to Dorset, Cloud9 Festival in Dorset. Roll the VT. You brought the sweets?
I got the sweets. Okay, all set?
We're on our way to Cloud9 Festival. Woohoo!
Let the fun commence.
What these vintage Kodak filters hide is the truth behind camping trips with kids, which, if I'm honest, is fucking horrible. But that doesn't mean I don't like it. On the contrary. Here are just a few of the things I do each week that I find fucking horrible. Twice a week I wake up at 6 a.m. to go and stand shivering in an ice cold river with a bunch of middle-aged white men.
No, it's fine. It's water, just get in it.
4 times a week I'll put on a dressing gown and try to avoid passing out while a clammy stranger crushes my neck between his sweaty loins. Every single day I'll starve myself for food for 16 long hours. 5 times a week I'll do a relentless and punishing systematic routine of high knees, air squats, burpees, star jumps and push-ups. All of these things I do each week I find fucking horrible. But I've worked out that doing things that are fucking horrible are some of the best things that we can do for ourselves in these short lives. Because buried in this camping trip between the arguments, the temper tantrums, the sulking, the whinging, the incessant demands, the inane questions are some truly incredible moments. Moments that exist beyond words. Moments that shape your view of the world. Moments that you'll no doubt forget by the morning but will live with you forever. In short, always do things that are fucking horrible.
Thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for the Green Chef for sponsoring this week's video. Hope you all have a great week and we'll see you all very soon. Bye. Cool, thanks for coming.
Thank you. I'll do.
We'll be able to use this.
Thank you.